Hello, more examples about factoring trinomials where the first term, the a coefficient ax squared, a is not equal to 1. So in this vlog we're going to go through 3 examples, and I think doing several examples and seeing how they work will help you understand how to approach these problems, and most importantly is for you to practice this skill. Okay, first, the a example. We have 8x squared plus 14x plus 5. And our first step, if you remember, is to, and from the previous vlog, is to multiply the 8 and the 5. That's going to be a positive 40 because they are both positive. Okay, if you look at our middle term, our b term, it's a positive 14x. So we need the product to be positive 40, and we can have positive numbers or negative numbers multiplying together. But my factors need to add together to be positive 14. So therefore, they can't be negative. Okay, that helps us eliminate some possibilities. So we need factors of 40. 1 and 40 divided by 2. We got 2 and 20. Can't divide by 3. You can divide by 4. Okay, that's 4 and 10. Let's go with those. See what we figure out. And, of course, obviously 5 and 8, because we multiplied 5 times 8 to get 40. Okay, now which one would add up to be a positive 14? So it looks like our pair is going to be 4 and 10, both being positive. 4 times 10 is 40, and positive 4 plus a positive 10 is 14. Positive 14. Now we're going to split our middle term into these two terms. You know, some students would ask me, how do I know which one to put first? 4x first or 10x first? It'll work both ways. No matter. I'm going to choose 10x to be the first of the split. Okay, that's right. We've split our 14 to 10 into 10x plus 4x. Now, what do they have in common, our first two terms? 8x squared plus 10x. They're both even. They both have x. Okay, we'll x to the first power, or as in both terms. We can divide by 2, but not by 4. So 10 is kind of limited, so we'll divide by 2x. Now, our second pair, we have a positive 4x plus 5. Now, they don't have anything really in common except one. We can divide by a positive 1. So we'll divide out by a positive 1 and we'll see how it looks. Now, we can see this thing in common. 4x plus 5. We'll divide by that binomial. So our answer is 4x plus 5 and 2x plus 1. We can multiply through the binomials and check our answer. But right now we're going to do something different. I'm going to reverse the 10x and 4x and just show you how it works. Now, you see at reverse order, it was 10x plus 4x. Now I'm doing 4x plus 10x. It's still going to work out to the same answer. It's like having two different roads go to the same place. You're going to get to the same place, you just need to get there differently. Okay? It will work out. Now, the last two terms, for the first two terms, I divided out by a 4x. 4 divides 4, and 4 divides 8. Now we have our last two terms, 10x plus 5. Well, they are multiples of 5, so I can divide by 5, positive 5, and see what's left on the inside. Now, again, we're going to pull out our common term. We have 2x plus 1 in each of these terms. And here we have it. Our answers match, just two different ways to get there. Now we're going to move to example B. So right at the beginning, I know I have positive 18. Can multiply either two positive numbers, two negative numbers. My middle term is negative 11. So two positives cannot sum or add up to be a negative number. So we ignore our positive possibilities and look at the negative factors. These two numbers have to sum or add up to a negative 11. So our middle pair, -2 and -9, they do add or combine to be -11. So we're going to split our middle term, 11b, into two terms, -2b and -9b. Okay. On the first two terms, 6b squared minus 2b. It's easier. We see this. We can divide each by 2b. And it should leave this in the middle, on the inside. Now we have a -9b plus 3. One thing that it's a little bit challenge for us. I see -9b as our first of the two terms, and I usually divide out by a -1 or a negative number. Because on the inside, the 9b when divided by a negative number becomes positive. So I know that 9 and 3 can be divided by 3. So we're going to divide out a -3. We're going to see what happens. Now, the -9b becomes is divided by -3 to be, and the leftover is positive 3b. And if we were to multiply it through again, -3 times 3b is -9b. And -3 times -1 is positive 3. So it does match. It's worked out. We've divided correctly. Now this is our answer. Now our last example, we're going to try and factor our third example now. Okay, so our product is positive 30, A times C. We can have a positive times a positive or a negative and a negative. Now our middle term is positive, so therefore both terms need to be positive. Remember, we can't add two negative numbers and get a positive answer. So our factors of 30. Okay, interesting here. I have all my factors of 30. I've added them all together. I have 31, 17, 13, 11. Nothing equals positive 7. Have I overlooked a pair? No. No, I haven't. So I believe they're all there, all possible factors of 30. That means this example, C, is prime. It cannot be factored. So as proof right here, I've added them all together, and there's no way to create positive 7. So I know it's prime. I can be confident in that. Okay. These are 3 examples we just went over for grouping method. Thank you, and goodbye.